I know you've again addressed this. Who are some free agent targets to keep their eye on? Again, Quincy has done this on Untitled, Unfiltered Browns coverage. Who are you thinking there?
All right, so this guy's not a free agent yet. Everybody's talking about Deron Payne, and I get it. I like Deron Payne, but I think Deron Payne is probably going to get undeniable money from somebody, right? Like some 9.5 sacks at the defensive tackle position, albeit with a ton of help, because he plays with like great help inside, right? Jonathan Allen, Montez Sweat, and then Chase Young whenever he's out there. Like that's incredible help. He's always getting one-on-ones. That's cool. But I actually think the better fit is playing for Indy right now. That's DeForest Buckner. If you look at his deal, he has a deal that is prime to get rid of, right? They're going to have to make a decision because Indy doesn't have an immediate future. There's no quarterback upgrade that they can reasonably get. Unless they can get their hands on like a Lamar Jackson or something like that, I don't see them really seeing the need for DeForest Buckner next year. And I think they're probably going to move on from that deal, right? It's a $0 dead cap. They can get out of it for basically free. And if you trade for it, it would be a dead cap, free trade, and you would have to make an extension here. So I think DeForest Buckner is a prime example of somebody who's going to be available that's not technically available yet. And he's a better fit because if you think about this, DeForest Buckner is like 6'7" with like a 6'8" wingspan, something crazy like that, 300 pounds. Imagine. Just go there with me. DeForest Buckner next to Myles Garrett. I mean, you could put anybody in between that. And then it's not unrealistic that you could keep Clowney for relatively cheap. I mean, he's 30 coming off a low sack year. He might not be that expensive. So if you can have those three, rotate in Alex Wright whenever you want, who's been solid, Perrion Winfrey, who's been better. And then, maybe you want to keep either Taven Bryan or Jordan Elliott in that rotation. That's much better. You know what I mean? It's hard to double the Myles Garrett if you put him next to DeForest Buckner because DeForest is so long, he could take up a double team, and he's strong. So that's something that I think is more along the lines of something Andrew Berry would do, and it fits the Browns' timeline because DeForest Buckner is 29. He will be cheaper, but he's also older. Not a lot of teams in the 29-year-old player market, right? That's a win-now age player. Browns are in that market. So that's going to drive down the prices as well. So I think, Jonathan Allen, 25 though, 9-sack year. People might go crazy for that financially. You might not be able to get an eye on that. If you can't get that, DeForest Buckner might be available for much less than Deron Payne. And if you can get that, that would be what I would want.